Hey guys, welcome back. We are just hauling another load of wood chips down to the compost master. And we're going to then see about maybe swapping out this trailer for a different model. One that just came out in the mod hub the other day. Metal Tech trailers, but I haven't had a chance to see if they hook up to this truck or not. And if they do, what they look like as far as scaling is concerned. Making our way through the woods. We've also added the cool mini map, the new mini map to the thing. Got let's see here, left shift 9, and then we can do different modes. We'll get down here to some fields. See, now we're completely off the road. Looking at the map and not where I'm going. See, we can toggle through the soil composition, normal, fruit types. Well, there's nothing planted in those, so growth, and then we can shift left alt 9, make the mini map semi-transparent, or left alt 9 and change it to kind of short and wide or bigger, or back to normal, or my personal favorite, let's see here, shift 9. There it is. I can zoom out. Look at that. I have now zoomed out of the mini map. Give me a better picture of things. I think I'm going to use this for maybe some map tours. You could have, wouldn't have it up like that, but I could have it like that, and then zoom it way out and be like that. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments what you think about that, or in chat. I think the biggest downside to it is you can't hide the mini-map once you this mod is activated. The option of actually turning the mini-map off doesn't work. Hey Will, hey Little Rex, ETX, you still there? And SMA Clean and Green, what's up? Is that cell tower down here by the buffet restaurant? Didn't see it over by the diner, 24-hour diner. And for everyone's sanity, I got the we put in the table lock, so we can back up a dolly trailer without the insanity having to stop constantly. Plenty of fuel. Hey Raznik, hey Clint, what's up? I'm doing pretty good. Let me see here. How do I turn this thing on? Left control and D. Alright, now the, well, works best if we got it semi-straight, I guess, though. There we are. That there is a godsend. Oh my gosh, there's so many dolly trailers I can use now and not have to worry about it. I will see if I can't dig something up, or if GTX is out and around, he can send you a link. He's the one that got it for me. I think he's mine. He is. Yeah, if GTX is still in the house, maybe he could put a link in there. The site does require registration. But darned if that thing is not a godsend. If not, I put a mod list now in the description. It's not in there yet, but I will add it after the stream, as long as everyone reminds me. It's called Table Lock, I think. If I get to the shop, give me a minute to get to the shop, and I'll look it up. We are at the buffet restaurant. Oh, there we go. I was talking to CCS 101 before the stream about how he is a constant tweaker. I don't know if I want to live right here. And this house is being irradiated by cell tower signals. Put the one across the street. Okay, cool. Hey, Jan, what's up? Just wanted to point that out. That's going to come in an update very soon to FSUK. It was found that the bale storage buildings were actually kicking a non-game breaking error. Wasn't going to break anything, but it was an error because of some missing files and a missing path. So basically, if we went up here and we did an R, this little icon wasn't showing up, and we would get an error in the log. Basically said that there was a problem with the graphic file missing, but that's been corrected now. An upload is going up to FSUK that fixes that and adds a little cell tower. It will not cause a restart of any type of game save or anything, so we're all good there. Alright. I wasn't going to buy anything, but then this trailer came out. And there it is. I don't want the high side one, I want this one. And just for funsies, we're going to make it blue and yellow. Just for funsies. Let's see. How big is that? Compared to this one. You may notice the What do you guys think? Should we leave the, should we get this new one? Or leave the old one? I'll give you like, I don't know, 2 minutes. Give it the time it takes me to drive over to the, give me the time it takes me to get over here to sell one of these back. You think the new one's too big? I think proportionally they're about the same. They look about the same. Just this little truck. They are. What do y'all think? Maybe we should get rid of this one, huh? Well, I bought both of them. Alright, we'll see how this one works. I'm a little worried about what this one will do when it's full. The amount of weight it'll put on the truck. We'll see. Give it a go. It is true. Just pull it with the tractor. Some folks were asking about the mud and everything, and if it's always like it is. Let's take a look here. The Whoopster here says our ground moisture is 23%. Okay? We should have... I don't know how variable the mud is. But at some point, the mud will start to recede and be a little less reactive. So I know at one point during a previous stream it was like 30% ground moisture, and now we're down to 23%. I mean, it kind of looks less. Then again, it might not be that dynamic. It might, if it's above maybe 20% or above 15%, it may be like maxed out. I don't know. Maybe Will has a good idea of how granular the mud is. GE is Giant's editor. Below 8%. Okay. So I thought the theme for tonight, since the other Big Shadow Farms, I thought the theme for tonight, since the other night we had car chat, I thought tonight we could talk about jokes. We could tell jokes to each other. Now the jokes have to be clean. No potty jokes are going to be allowed. But I'll start it off with one I heard today on the radio. It's pretty good. Definitely a one knee slapper. And if you already know it, don't spoil it for those that don't know it. So it goes like this. What kind of exercises do lazy people do? I went and I told the joke, and I think I forgot the punchline already. So the question is, what kind of exercises do lazy people do? And I do think I forgot the punchline already. I'm gonna have to think about what the punchline is. I didn't want to forget this joke, so I told it to the kids. I told it to the wife, and now I think I forgot it. Need to turn on the truck, otherwise I won't see the fill level. Alright, I'm gonna have to look this joke up because I cannot remember it now. Did I say hey? I thought I said hey, Big Shadow Farms. Did I not do that? See here, alright. I'm gonna have to look this joke up now because I can't remember it. It's terrible. Such a horrible host. Thought we would. That should be good. Thought we'd get rid of these logs with wood chips, and then we go see if maybe there might be some other jobs to do. Let me look this thing up. This is annoying me. Da, da. Oh, that didn't help. Ah, that's it. Okay. I remember the joke answer now. Alright. So the question is, what kind of exercises do lazy people do? All right, everybody has no idea? Alright, so lazy people do diddly squats. I'll just wait till everybody recovers from falling out of your chair laughing. Okay, so what kind of other good jokes we... You know, kangaroos don't jump. You know, houses don't jump. Alright, so Sean says, walk to the fridge for popsicles, says my spouse. Wait, I must have missed something there. That doesn't sound like a setup for anything. Why did a scarecrow win the Nobel Prize? Okay. Not sure why. Standing in his field. Oh, it's cheesy. Cheesy bad joke night. What is it, like season 38 with Survivor? I think the only thing that interests me in Survivor is how on earth the show has survived that long. That was an intentional pun. It's probably pretty bad, but it was intentional. Right. That's everything we had cut. Oh, okay. So your spouse goes to the fridge for popsicles. That's the joke. No, it's diddly squats. I might have to rethink about this 10x speed. The day just goes by not thinking I'm going to have enough time to do stuff. I think it was 10 something when I started doing this. Right now we've only taken 2 loads to the compost master. I want to make as much as I can because I have to buy fields too. And land's not cheap down here in Florida. So, yeah, I think the cheapest field is probably like $100,000, and that's like field 18 and 19 down there. I'd rather not farm the littlest fields. I gotta own fields, I gotta buy equipment. I don't want to log all year long. So, what I was going to do after this load was see if there were any farmers that were wanting me to maybe plow their fields for them. It's 54 degrees in late winter. There's a lot we could be doing. And the idea is if I could get paid to plow somebody's field, then if I could get paid to fertilize that same field, and then if I could get paid to seed that same field, then I might have enough money to buy that field, and it would already be plowed, it would already be planted, and it would have at least one layer of fertilization. Then I wouldn't need to buy a plow, wouldn't need to buy a seeder, and I would have a little bit of time to buy a fertilizer and a spreader. And thankfully, with the bulk prices, I wouldn't have to spend a fortune on fertilizer. That's kind of the goal for year one, is to see how much I can just sap off of the other farmers. Hey John, what's up? Got a pretty interesting animation. Unload. Have you all messed with that new self-propelled manure spreader? Came out in the mod hub. I tried it out the other day, and it is pretty cool. Thing turns on a dime. Now we're gonna go see how much more money we can make. And the front wheel is a single wheel, but it turns like a full 180 degrees. So it can then one of the rear axles steers. So you can really turn tight radius, just a little bit wide, bigger radius than the spreader is long. But even though it's a big self-propelled unit, it would be very maneuverable within even a small field. Wow, the compost master has churned through all of that already. I do need to buy a mower and a baler and a bale trailer, because once it comes to mid-spring, we're gonna be mowing grass. Oh, look at that! I think the trailer is too heavy for the truck. Add some weight to the truck. Now we know we can't put everything in that trailer and hook it up to the truck. It's just too heavy. Hey Darren, what's up? Is it the Welker Farms thing, John? Or was it something else? I saw somebody put the Welker Farms thing over there, I think. Alright. Now let's head into town. Hey Jonathan, what's up? For those that are late, we're having a bad joke night. Everybody gets to tell bad jokes as long as they're not dirty. No axe mod. We're just driving with an oversized trailer and an old pickup truck. And how much money we can earn. Yeah, I am. I thought I'd give it a whirl. I kind of like it. I zoomed it out. I like it zoomed out. We got normal mode, soil composition, so once things are plowed, you can actually see the fertilization levels. And then the growth charts. See that there's actually a fair bit of crop already planted. Then what crop they are. Back to normal. I was hoping we could get somebody to want to plant. We could plant sugarcane for somebody, because that's like a 1.5-year crop. You definitely get if we get somebody to let us plant sugarcane, then you know, we would have a fairly long time to have to buy a harvester. We wouldn't have to. We'd get 3 harvests off of that free planting. Need to get here to this sell point before it closes. We're gonna be stuck. Another day. Compost. All right, we're gonna empty the back trailer first. As we saw at the compost, the front trailer was a hopping. Front trailer caused the truck to hop. This trailer got dirty quick. No, we haven't bought a field yet. I don't think we have enough money yet. We may have enough money now to actually do something. But I wanted to get the compost sold. And now we're going to see what kind of reputation we can build with some of the farmers. Let's see. I think we might look at 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we can do that. Can't plant sugarcane with missions? Alright, good night, Big Shadow Farms. Hey James, what's up? Yeah, so for this gameplay, we have sold all our fields. We need to buy our fields. Probably take our trailer and stick it in here. Christmas tree shop. $500. There we go. Now we got a little cleaner truck. Oh, we just got taken out. Alright, let's see how bad these fuel prices are. But we're not buying that one. Means we're definitely not buying that one. Let's go here and check out 7, 8, and 9. Well, we're gonna try. That'd be cool if it did. Still 9. $100,000. Already planted. What's it? Nola. So this field's $100,000. We can afford it. Just canola, but it's already seeded, so we won't have to worry about that. We get a free fertilization out of it. So I'm not going to buy it yet. In fact, I'm going to see if maybe I can get another fertilization level out of this. And maybe buy it right before it's ready to harvest. What do y'all think of that strategy? I mean, since we got such expensive land here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make bales of hay. Why not? I mean, why should we limit ourselves to grass bales? And we're gonna take those bales down the compost master, and our first whole cut of grass is gonna go straight to compost. And we're gonna sell that compost, and we are gonna make a ton of money. And then we're gonna use that to finance some other things. Don't need to be overly careful here because once we complete the mission, it will paint fertilizer on the whole field, basically. Alright, John, I'll check you later. Thanks for coming by. Got a fix? What's your fix? What's broken? Oh, a whopping $700. Check out Field 8. Hey Michael, thanks for the sub. I'll say hey just for dropping in chat and saying something. When I see it and I remember. $200,000. Kidding me? This field got in it. Well, it'll make that other field less costly. Oh, I don't like those things. Oh. Oh, I don't want to back over my truck. We're on Emerald Coast. There is a link in the description to the map. It's over at FS UK. Does it lock the mission to one fixed thing? Does it somehow only let you run one mission per field or something? No, this is PC only. I don't have console. You can see some of that nice sunset coming through. I thought we'd do something different than just do constant logging. It does have an end game. We are hoping to be able to reap some benefits. Oh, well, I hope you like what you see, Michael, and you stick around. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. That is that anywhere as close to being considered for release, or is it still in development? We had it. Yeah, we had that discussion. Lots of modders are all alike. Is anything ever really done? The answer is pretty much no. Yeah, Anders, they yeah, it was figured out, and an upload, a fix has been sent up to FSUK for testing and release. That gets rid of the square bale and round bale DSS error lines. There's a couple missing files and a couple missing files and a couple incorrect paths. Same guy, 300,000. All you want to do is slurry, huh? Well, we won't. What's in here? Might skip that one for now. Down here and check out this other field. $6,000. Wheat. Also need to check out Field 12. Field 12 is the one with mud in it. It's supposedly discounted in price. It's like half price. Might be able to pick up Field 12 pretty cheap. And right now we really only have money for one field. There's no really reason to buy a field at this point. Let me mow grass field down there by Field 1, or across from Field 1, and I will I'll have enough compost money to probably buy 2 or 3 fields off of that cut. The grass field up there by Field 24, we can we'll probably earn enough money off of that one to buy a harvester. But I also want to get some sheep before we get out of first year. Sheep are basically free food. You don't have to pay a dime for their food. You don't have to do any bit of work either for their food for most of the year. Because of the graze mod, sheep will have enough grass in their pasture from the mid-spring all the way up to late autumn. You won't have to feed them. You can use the water trough to fill. You don't have to pay for that water. So it's basically free, other than maybe holding a few bales back for winter and early spring. Turn that around. Oh, there's a little mud in Field 10 too. Hey Anthony, what's up? Thanks for dropping by. Oh, we're just trying to do some missions on Emerald Coast to hopefully lower some land prices, and also as a byproduct get some better yields off of these fields should we so decide to buy them. 12 is big though. Look how big that. Even with its drainage problems, we might not be able to afford it. Clint, I would think it would. I don't know why it wouldn't. I mean, it's not, I would think it would work in multiplayer. I know we've got a multiplayer server over in my Discord that's got Emerald Coast. And now they're doing kind of a hard playthrough. They don't have any animals yet that I know of. If they go over to an animal pasture, sheep or cows, it should say how much grass is in the pasture after mid-spring. Left bottom corner, you mean the big map? That is the new PDA mod. Is a better map, something like better PDA or something like that. It got released yesterday. A bunch of other mods. I can zoom out. Look at that, I can zoom out, I can zoom in. I can toggle the settings. Change the size on it. Right now I got it kind of short and wide. All right. I'm even going to look at this field here to our left. It's way too big. For $38,000. Oh. What she wants to seed. Wheat. Put wheat in here. Then she'll probably want us to fertilize it. Be cool. You almost have enough to buy this field. Thankfully, it's half price because it's got some mud issues. Hey, Tim Off, what's up? Oh, I answered your question, but I didn't recognize who asked it. Sorry about that. Let's change this to crop types. There's the PD8. Now it doesn't update live. It doesn't update live. What it does is it refreshes every 60 seconds. The new PDA down there, and there is a little clock down timer. That's at 35, 34. Now it's at 30 seconds. When it gets down to 0, then you'll see the map kind of flash. That's it refreshing. And everything that's been done in the last minute will be reflected. There, it's just refreshed. Now you can see that it's painted the wheat coloring across there. It's over at the mod hub. There's lots of cool mods hit the mod hub yesterday. It's one of them. In addition, one of the great service trailer from GTX got updated. Now has zone markers on the triggers, so when you are doing maintenance, you can tell if you're in the repair zone or not. Also has daytime running lights, lots of cool other things. Definitely worth checking out. The update. So I'll figure see what time it is when we get done this one. Might be night enough to skip night. Oh no, thank you GTX for putting it together and doing all that work. That is a really cool trailer. It's in my must-have toolbox. Won't have it on this playthrough for a little while because we just won't be able to afford the luxury of a fuel maintenance trailer. About to get another update on the PDA down there. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I thought about using it in my map videos going forward because I can zoom it out, and I can zoom it out like that, and it might be useful for folks to really be able to see where where we are in relativity to the map. That is true, and you can also then take the do the customization at the field. For some reason, you realize that you really need different type of wheels, or you're out there working and you don't have time to come back to the farm to do your maintenance. I have thought for a while that I thought it would be cool if you could see AI farmers out here working fields. You know, like if instead of a field just instantly becoming planted. You know, if you see an AI tractor out here planting a field or seeding a field during your own gameplay, that would be pretty cool. Something else that I thought would be pretty cool is a mobile compost maker that allows you to let's say pull up, kind of like the mobile pelletizer that makes pellets. You could roll up to a field and feed it you know, feed it hay. You could just pick a hay up off the field, make hay or straw pellets. But the ability to roll up to a field and then, you know, put wood chips in it, put compost in, or not compost, but silage in it, put grass cuttings in it, and be able to make compost, you know, right where you were. There is such a thing, because I saw a YouTube video where, like, the big, I can't look at the store in a mission. So the big wood chipper, the green Gens wood chipper, it looks like that, and you put basically materials in the front and out the conveyor in the back. It outputs compost in real life. So something like that would be pretty cool. Be able to just roll in, set it up, and make your compost, as opposed to having a real large, almost over large placeable that does. And I know Farmer Andy made it into a palletizer, basically palletize a whole bunch of different products. Dude, what do you do with beet pulp? Is that a product somebody would be willing to buy? Is it something that you make and use on a field for and you cultivate it in for some level of fertilization? And I'm kind of guy that had no idea that there was such a thing as a sugar beet, and that there was such a thing as actually growing it for sugar. Like you feed animals the beet pulp as a protein or something. Animal mix. Okay. Yeah, mobile compost facility. That'd be pretty cool. Darren, from what I understand, it was uploaded to FSUK for I guess testing, and then it will be released up there. But if you go to the seasons GitHub, Realmus GitHub, then you would be able to basically pull it down from there, and I'm guessing that's pretty much what's been uploaded to FSUK for testing. Here's something else that I'm pretty sure I had brought up in the past. There was a comment recently in one of my videos about it, but the ability to be a sod farmer, the ability to plant grass for the purpose of coming in with a sod harvester that basically, cut the grass into rolls and rolled it up, and then you could sell your rolled sod. You definitely wouldn't get any regrowth. You'd have to replant your grass every time. I think sod would be an interesting crop. Uh-oh, I got GTX's gears turning. I know there's mods for things like, fish farming, where you grow fish. Well, I guess, Darren, the only way you know if it's working right is to test the heck out of it. No. When you go in, do you see some amount of grass in the pastures for cows and sheep? You basically have to define the pasture area, and then I guess paint a grazing mask over it. Didn't remember if I locked the GPS in or not. What do you mean, Jonathan? Like non-traditional fruit? Like, well, there's the fruit tree mods. So that's kind of like a crop. You don't really actually shake the fruit out of the trees. That would be interesting. There are apple orchards where you put manure and water in and you get little apple crates. Of course, cotton. Seen some maps that have things like carrots and cabbage and all kinds of crops like that. But typically you do some weird harvesting with the Homer seed harvester that has modded headers to you know, quote, dig up potatoes or dig up pull up other products. I thought the combo pasture was pretty cool, but I guess that makes it difficult to extract out. Now, I guess speaking of the Grays mod, an update to Midtown has been sent also to FSUK that has the Grays mod in it, also with the water trough and the bale storage. A bale sell point has made its way into Midtown for the very first time. There's also the FPS mod, the sky from here, Emerald Coast Sky is I think over at Midtown now, and several just graphical visual enhancements. None of it should cause a new game save, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's definitely nighttime enough that we could probably skip night once we're done this one. Get into the last day of winter. Ah, yes, the inclusion of the Stop Milk sale is also in Midtown now. And the milk cell trigger is embedded in the map. It's no longer a pre-placed placeable. The hayloft at the farm now holds wood chips. Now takes wood chips too. It's about done. 6 grand. On. New day has dawned, the last day of winter. Let's check. What's our ground moisture now? 16%. We are getting down there. Still got some mud going on. Darned workhead. We got just as the ground is starting to dry up. We got rain tomorrow. We got rain day 3 or 4 and 5 of spring. So 3 out of the next 7 days we got rain scheduled. See what we got going on with this field. $300,000. That field's a lot bigger than it looks. That's how the geo is set up, right? To emulate weather. $300,000. I can afford that. This is the kind of field that I'm going to be able to afford in year 1. I want to do a fast track. I think year 1 we're going to own a bunch of little fields. Hey North Armor Gaming, what's up? We're just down here on Emerald Coast, trying to develop some strategies, trying to figure out how we can maximize our money. I think one way we're going to do it is just try to get ahead of the curve on some of these fields by doing some missions to lower the overall sell price, but at the same time getting free fertilizer out of the deal, maybe even free seeding out of the deal. Kind of missed the opportunity to get some free plowing income. Driving crooked because I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at chat. Density masked parallelogram. That is way over my head. Hey gamer 7878, what's up? Thanks for coming by. Let's get some. Thanks for the sub. Straighten this thing up. So who all out there has been playing some Emerald Coast now that it's released? And if we've got any new viewers, well, we had a theme going on earlier of jokes. Folks were telling some jokes. I don't know if anybody in stream will be able to handle my joke again. Might just fall out of their chair and be done for the night. So Rex, you're saying that you've got some pretty dry ground. What are your are you playing with seasons? Or are you not playing with seasons? And if you are, what's your length? I hope you like it, Clint. It's been fun to play here. I think if we can manage to buy fields 9, 10, 18, and 19, that'll get us a good start for year 1. In year 2, we can work up to get a couple other bigger fields. While at the same time buying some sheep. Oh, why can't you do seasons, gamer? No, it does. It does typically involve a little different play style than most people may be used to. That out again. Oh. Well, you don't want a game to make you mad. Then you're like, why am I playing it if it's making me mad, right? Yeah, if you don't have seasons, there's no mud unless it's actively raining, which itself is pretty cool. I just think of the folks that may be playing the map and not realize about the mud because they're playing without seasons, and then they go to do something while it's raining, and next thing you know, they're getting all up in the mud. What the expressions on their faces would look like. How much money you have on your game save? I don't know. The 16 million. Let's cultivate. Let's use this little thing. Hey, Gunslinger. What's up? Thanks for coming by. This is part of the Coon DLC. This cedar thing. A off top. $49 million. Map is that? I hear that MR basically neutralizes the mud. Goldcrest Valley. How many hours you got on it? Oh, almost 2 hours? You should have saw how much money I had on Willow Farms or Willow River when I was doing testing. I had so much money, the money counter never went down. Spent a couple $1 million one stream, and my money amount never dropped. That was funny. Man, this thing is a little narrow. Gonna be here all night. I know, Jonathan. I've been feeling tired for a little bit. Make another impasse down here, and then we will set GPS off on its merry little way. Oh, we're back on our jokes. So what do you call when you're sick of being in the airport? Call a cab? I don't know. What do you call? Oh, terminal illness. Oh, that's awful. That's right. It is Tell Bad Jokes Wednesday. They have to be clean. That's the only requirement. Don't know a clean, good, bad joke? Well, then you're just going to have to be quiet about it. See how many lanes this guy skips. The bull got mad because he was playing with seasons. I don't know. Why did the bull get mad? How do you make a fortune, a small fortune, running a charter airline? Does that have something to do with clam chowder? Start with a large fortune and you can make a small fortune from a charter airline. That's a good one. I'm still waiting. Why did the bull get mad? I'm still waiting on that one. Oh, the other bulls were being jerks, huh? How do you get a bull from ramming? Stand behind him. Alright, well, we got one pass done. So I think the joke would tell better if it was how to get a bull from charging. That's a little bit lost in translation, I think. So you keep a bull from charging by taking away his credit cards. That works better. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. I just heard one today that I really wanted to share because it was equally bad and good at the same time. So, what exercise do lazy people do? What exercise do lazy people do? Now, those of you that have been in stream for a while, don't go and give it away. Whatever you do, don't fall out of your chair again. We'll know who did. I'll know that you fell out of your chair. Alright, so lazy people. What exercise do lazy people do? They do diddly squats. I heard that one on the radio today. Thought it was worth sharing. Oh, it's Delta Bravo. What's up? We don't have any cows. Can't afford them yet. I need to go figure out. I need to go see how much a sheep cost. Well, I'd have to buy in. I'd have to buy in hay until it's mid-spring. Sheep will cost the most during spring, so that's kind of a trade-off there. That's the standard price for sheep. But with seasons, your animal price fluctuate. So they're one price one day and another price another day. Fluctuating prices are good and bad. Requires you to strategize and figure out when you want to buy your stuff and hope you didn't miss the best price. Yeah, they're going to be expensive in spring, but we are still in late winter. This may be an opportunity to pick up some cheap sheep. Just need to figure out how to feed them for 12 game days before the map will feed themselves. Oh, I think we're doing pretty good. We are in the last day of late winter in year. What I'm flagging is year 0. We didn't start. We didn't start early spring. We started in mid-winter. I can't give them grass, gamer, because we're in winter. There's no grass to be given. We won't have grass for another 13 game days. Not cheating. Getting paid to plant a field that I'm going to later buy. I do have the buy bale mod, but I don't want to waste money. I gotta buy these fields. They're darned expensive. Hey, Virals TV, thanks for coming by. Yeah, bales are very expensive. I definitely won't be buying cows year 1. That is for darn sure. Cows require way too much. Require straw. You want manure out of them. You want decent productivity of milk. They require silage. So I gotta mow grass and put it in a fermenter for a period of time. Then they require hay. Then they require a mixer. Just got this this endless list of needs. They're like the neediest animal in the game. You're living over at Raffle. You got a nice little town over there on your little island. You're good to go. No risk of you running out of food. I gotta look and see what the sheep price is. We might buy us a few sheep today. I don't know if they'll produce that much. Depends on the really depends on the number of seasons. Now in Rathlin, I'm getting close to 6 pallets of wool a day. That doesn't count. There's over 700 sheep. But with the number of sheep that I think I could afford, we might get 2 or 3 pallets total all spring and summer. Yeah, on Rathlin, I was pulling in during spring. I was pulling in easy 50 grand a day. Um, assuming the prices held out. Yeah, I know he tweaked the production on the greenhouses and on the dairy. Because you get a pallet of produce out of the greenhouses once every day. And you get a pallet of cheese or milk about every day also. So you slow down the output on the greenhouses. Rathlin, we're doing 9-day seasons. I think I've got a good 12 to maybe 15 pallets of wool from last summer that I kept. I haven't sold them yet. Sunshine Valley. At the moment, I have no sheep here. Over on Rathlin, I got like 716, but we're just getting into winter. We won't be producing any more sheep until spring. And I think we were getting maybe something like 20 sheep a day in spring. So we're gonna have close to 900 sheep maybe by the end of spring. All right, go figure out what the sheep cost is. Hey DC, what's up? Whoa! Got ourselves a little spin out from the mud. Almost 8:30, so we got plenty of time in the day. This thing likes to spin out. Whoa, we got some tall weeds up here. There is the gate. That is game extension. All right. Sheep are $4,300 right now. I could buy 25 sheep for $100,000. So the animal dealer here lets us use this trailer. Buy 10 sheep. Start with that. And oh, I don't have the bale mod in here. I'll have to add that when I'm done. Pick up bales later. Oh, when am I going live again? I'll probably go live again on Friday night. How do I get the pallets? Let's see here. What pallets do you want? That's the straw harvest add-on pallets. Got molasses and bale netting and wine. That's with the straw harvest DLC. This is the liquid fertilizer mixing mod. Water tank. I'm not sure where the water tank came from. I think it might have came from modding Welt. The molasses tank. Sure where I think that came from them too. These are useful for the pellet maker, the straw harvest, because you need water and molasses to make pellets. So there's now a water pallet mod and a molasses pallet, a big molasses pallet. That. I think there may be a couple mods out there that do bale wrapping, or not bale wrapping, but require netting or bale string. Straw harvest is for PC only. Get up, get moving. Stretch the legs on this big V8. Slow down, we got a turn coming. Lots of weight behind here. We're going to use the chicken pack too once we get wheat. Feed our chickens. Chickens. Fried chicken. Alright. Jokers need some... Getting out of clothes. Doesn't need to close because it won't walk over that. I think it is this one. Both full of water. How is it possible that sheep don't need that much water? They're full up at 200. That's crazy. Saw the water is already in the trough because it rained. And the water trough stays, well, it collects rainwater because you know what? It falls in the water trough. Oh. Alright, we're going to go take this back. And at that point, we are at 2 hours, so we're going to call it for an evening. Thank you guys for coming out and watching. Like I said, I think we'll probably maybe be back back on Friday. Do some more. I'll add the bale mod in. And first thing we'll need to do on Friday is get ourselves some hay for our sheep. So we won't be able to. Won't be any grass growth for another 13 game days. Definitely lose our sheep if we don't feed them until then. So until next time, guys, happy farming.